Right now, there aren't many bigger local stories to cover than the concern over deadly drugs in our schools. Guilford County Schools says there have been 116 drugs violations this school year.
When it comes to the county in general, the health department says there's been a 200% increase in overdose deaths in the past decade, and fentanyl is the #1 killer of young adults in the country. WFMY News 2's Amber Lake spoke to county leaders about this growing problem.
A recent survey of Northern Guilford students shows that 88% of students say there is some severity of drug use, and 22% say it's a major problem in their school. But Guilford County leaders say it's not just there, it's happening in all schools.
My daughter was found with a needle in her arm.
Fentanyl is killing our teens.
And she ended up dying of a fentanyl overdose.
Fentanyl does not discriminate.
We're seeing certainly an uptick in opiates in general.
Fentanyl is a drug about 50 to 100 times stronger than morphine.
It really is a very dangerous drug. It's what we see most often with overdoses within the community. And there's not any regulation as to the strength of what a fentanyl dose may look like.
Now it's made its way into our schools.
Our youth, our teenagers in schools dealing with it, are hiding or trying to run away from other things. And so what do? They go to the drugs and not realizing, I don't believe that many of them realize that the marijuana or the vaping cockroaches have been laced with fentanyl.
They could be sharing it just like they share Skittles on the playground.
Susan Stevens started a local nonprofit, Teal Drops, after her daughter overdosed from fentanyl.
I never thought it would be my kid. I judged. And the big thing is we don't need to judge. We need to educate.
Stevens and community members are working on prevention. They encourage others to simply pay attention before a child turns to drugs.
I believe being engaged with our community, being engaged with our youth, listening to our youth, paying more attention to their body language, their mood swings, their friends.
Our children in high school need to know that they can come to us.
Guilford County Emergency Services says last year alone they treated nearly 1,200 opioid patients.